Now, there is no other place I want to be. That was so bad. Losing viewers right out the gate. Here's a little strategy trick, which I keep saying I got to fix this camera. It's got to go the other way. Or maybe that'll work for now. Quick marketing tip, okay? They talk about the hook is in your first few seconds. So the very first, like the first millisecond, boom, somebody's scrolling, boom, you got to hook them, right? It's like a fishing term. You got to hook them. You got to get them hooked. You got to get them in. So here's what I suggest that you don't do, okay? Don't sing terribly for the first 8 seconds of your video. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Because if people hear like, right here, right now, there is no other place I want to be. Like they hear that, boom, pops the eardrums. They're out of there, right? So don't do that like I just did. And then the other thing I would say is don't fix your cameras. Don't go and fix your cameras after you've started your video. Like it's probably a better idea to fix your cameras before you start the video. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to waste people's time in social media. They only have so much. People only have so much time. They're only going to devote so much time to you. So marketing trick number 1 for today: don't sing horribly at the beginning of your video. Marketing trick number 2 today: don't fix your camera angles after you've started going live. You should actually do that before you start going live. And then the last marketing trick that I'll give you today is don't sit there rambling for 2 minutes before you actually get to what's valuable to the show. So I just gave you a perfect example of the 3 things not to do in social media. So right out the gate, hopefully you found that valuable. And on that note, let's dive in. Let's go. Oh, and by the way, hit the like button, tag your friends, hit the share button. Let's get going. Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. Husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Tuesday. That's right, Taco Tuesday. I love me some Taco Tuesday. We're going over to Grandma's house tonight. We get to hang out as a fam. It's always amazing. We've been doing Taco Tuesdays at Grandma's for years, and I love it. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd. 2026. That's right. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. Good morning to my man, Scott Flansburgh in AZ. Today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. Now, I noticed something. This happened yesterday. And I just have to share it with you because I don't know when it happened in my life, but it did. You know how there's that one song? Who wrote that song? I bet you Marilyn Wilkin knows. She always knows who wrote whatever song. But there's a song that says, as long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. You know what I'm talking about? You know that song? For years, we always talked about how old people like to sit and talk about the weather. And I remember that being a reference when I was young, for sure. And last night, it happened. It's been happening, but last night, I realized it was happening. Because I talk about the weather on this show all the time, I realize. It's kind of how we start. We're like, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. This is the weather today. I'm in this place. This is the weather today. But where it really got me was last night I had a conversation with my friend Frank Knox, who's on here this morning, by the way, and had no idea I was going to be talking about him. But me and my friend Frank Knox jumped on the phone because we're doing a deal together. And we jumped on the phone to talk about that deal. And the first 3 minutes of the phone conversation, we literally talked about the weather, bro. We talked about the weather in Chicago. We talked about how it was like 44 degrees. We talked about how it was colder down here. We talked about the rain. We talked about how people like to go out in their shorts when it turns 60 after being in the cold. And I got off the phone call, and it was a great phone call, and it's a great thing that him and I are working on together. But I thought, oh my gosh, I have become the old man that talks about the weather. Is that true for any of the rest of you? I don't know, man. I'm just saying that is the case. All right, listen, this week we begin something special. We are diving into a book called Relentless. All right, we are diving into a book. It is funny, Frank, if you think about it, right? We're diving into a book called Relentless, inspired by, or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. We are diving into the topic of being relentless, inspired by the book Relentless, which was written by a guy named Tim Grover. Now, before you get all freaked out and think, oh, this is going to be another macho man. You guys remember Macho Man? Before you're like, this is going to be another like rah, 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 bang your chest, rah, 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 masculine, flex your muscles, rah, 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 like type session, scream at yourself in the mirror, rah, 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 right? Before you think that's what this is, if you don't know me, my name is Glenn, and I'm your friend. And what we do on this show is we don't just sit here and nod heads on this show. That's not what this show was meant for. What we do on this show is we look at things from all different angles and perspectives so that we can get a full grasp of the concepts and the strategies and the things that can help us unlock our full potential. This book is it's a super masculine book, right? It's written by Tim Grover. He's very masculine, but there's this very deep-seated underlying message that I think a lot of people miss when it comes to this book, because that's not what we're doing this week. We're not going to sit here and beat our chests this week. We're not doing it. Ain't happening. It's not what we're here for. You want to go beat your chest somewhere else. What we're going to do this week is we are going to really extract what it takes and what it means to be relentless. Because here's the truth. Most people misunderstand what relentless actually is. And if you misunderstand it, you're either going to try to fake it or you're going to reject it. And neither one of those things serve you. Neither one. So listen, the word relentless, by definition, if you look up the word relentless, by definition, now thanks for bringing that up. Kevin Masciantonio brought this up. As a community, we are reading the book Relentless by Tim Grover. That is our book of the month. Every month we have a book that we read together, that we talk about, we can comment on in the 800% Life Facebook group. So if you haven't, download the book, download the Audible, read the book, whatever you want to do. We are doing that. But on the show, I want to make sure that you don't miss the underlying message that is the most important part. Okay? So by definition, the word relentless, by definition, is defined as showing or promising no abatement of severity, intensity, strength, or pace. Showing or promising no abatement of severity, which means no reduction of severity. No abatement of intensity, which means no reduction. There will not be any less intensity. No abatement of strength or pace. That means no reduction. I will not reduce my strength. I will not reduce the pace at which I pursue whatever it is I'm pursuing. You see, when most people hear the word relentless, they think of athletes like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. We picture intensity, we picture a fire, we picture obsession, and yes, all of those things are a part of being relentless. But here's what people don't show you. You see, relentless is not loud. Relentless is not screaming at someone else, pounding your chest. Relentless isn't about flexing. Relentless is all about consistency. It's all about showing up. It's all about refining your craft. You see, in this world, the loud ones, the ones that are out there being loud and flashy and so on and so forth, they get attention. But it's the relentless ones that actually get results. That's what we're going to talk about today. Before we go too far, though, you know what we got to do? You know we got to do some dancing on this show. Let's go. No matter where you are in the world, this is the part of the show. I need you to get that body in motion. All right? Listen, if you are on a run right now, I need you to step it up. Pick up the pace. You can run faster. I promise. If you're in the gym right now, a little more weight. Come on. Pick up them weights. Couple more reps. Let's go. You got this. If you're at the office, maybe you're overseas, maybe you're taking your kid to school, wherever it is, just get that body in motion. An object in motion stays in motion. An object at rest stays at rest. I need you to get moving. If you're in bed right now, get your rear end up out of the bed. Are you kidding me? Let's go. You have work to do. For you. You do. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. I need you to hit that share button. Because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. Last but not least, this is the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this show live or on replay. What's up, Jeremy Nolling? Whether you're watching this show live or watching it on replay, say what's up, and I'll say what's up back. Does that sound fair? Say what's up. Now is the time. Say good morning. Maylin Wilkin, good morning. Great to see you. Tony Schmidt. What's up, Tony Schmidt? Great to see you this morning. Thanks for being here. Wes Storm is in the building. Great to see you, Mr. Wes Storm. We've also got Greg Becker up in here today. Greg Becker is in the building. Greg Becker, thanks for being here. Tara Hope is in here. Good morning, Tara Hope. Suzanne Waugh. What's up, Suzanne? Great to see you. Paul Brindley's in the building. Patricia Frudenberg's in the building. Malika Star Carey is in the building. Trisha Rue is in the building. Tanya Robinson in the building. Robin Wilshan's in the building. Melvin Rodriguez, good morning. Dana Fishbein, good morning. Christina Howard, good morning. Kathy Plishka. Good morning, Kathy Plishka. Spencer Nicholson, thanks for being here. David Baker is in the building. Mr. Mike Larkin, great to see you. My man Jeremy Nolling in the building. Tara Hope is in the building. Wendy Reeves is in the building. Kevin Mashi Antonio is in the building. Oh my goodness. Oswald Joseph Bien Ame. Thank you for being in the building. I appreciate you being here. Tony Thorstad is in the building. Luis Grafton Norris is up in here today. Sean Weatherby, Dwayne Moser. What's up, Dwayne Moser? Thanks for being here. Cesar Augusto Ballesteros. Cesar Augusto Ballesteros. What a name. Cesar Augusto Ballesteros. I love that name. Thank you for being here this morning. Maria Michelle is in the building. Mike Rendine is in the building. Lisa Roos is in the building. Young Johnson is in the building. Lisa Bourne. What up, Lisa Bourne? Thank you so much. Rich Pintrick is in the building. Angela Hastings is in the building. Ramon Ray is up in here this morning. Bill Harrison. What's up, Bill? Great to see you. Sol Salcido. Michael Barrett. Joan Goebel. Oh my gosh. Packed house up in here this morning. You guys are bringing it, and I appreciate it. Regina Fleming, good morning to you. Mary Kim Farkas, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we get together here live every morning, 5:30 a.m. You can also join. What's up, Pastor Jeff? You can also join our 800% Life Facebook group. Make sure you do that. And then every once in a while, we have in-person events too. My company offers free 2-day workshops about every other month. We do them sometimes for salespeople, sometimes for leadership, sometimes it's only for members of my 800% club. But if you go to 800%.life/upcoming-events, or just go to 800%.life and click on the events tab, we have a leadership event right here in Lexington, Kentucky in just 2 weeks, March 17th and 18th, I believe it is, or 16th and 17th, one or the other. We have a leadership event. If you are in leadership or you have any leaders that you have the opportunity to lead, that you want them to grow, you want them to develop, you want to pour into, send them to me. I will take great care of them. All right. So go to that. Also, if you have any teenagers between 13 and 19, we are doing a teenager business class. We're teaching entrepreneurship and business to teenagers between the ages of 13 and 19 in person in Lexington, Kentucky. Also a free class Wednesdays from noon to 3. And we have amazing guests that are joining us to come pour into those kiddos. So shout out to my friend Katie Mayers, who's on the screen right now. She is going to be here tomorrow pouring into the teenagers, teaching them all about how to grow and develop their businesses in a way that it appeals to the most important, most impactful consumer, which is the female consumer. So Katie's going to be here pouring into those kids tomorrow. If you have teenagers, if you have any teenagers that are between 13 and 19 years old for the business class, we still have space for a few more. Lexington, Kentucky, 12 to 3 on Wednesdays. On that note, let's dive into this week's series.
A closer is an individual that gets you that end result over and over again, as long as too many obstacles aren't thrown at them. All right? Those are the individuals, they like to tell a lot of stories. When everything goes great, they're the first ones to tell you, hey, this is going awesome. When it doesn't go well, they're the first ones to tell you why it didn't go awesome. They're really not into self-accountability as much. A cleaner is an individual, and I need everybody in this room at some stage in their life to have the cleaner mentality. Because what a cleaner mentality is, the ability to change your story. A cleaner is the ability to change your story. And how do they change their story? They deliver the end result over and over again, no matter what's thrown at them. No matter what life throws at them, they deliver that end result over and over and over again.
Hey, I just saw my friend Heather has joined us. What's up, Heather? Heather Geis. She is in the building. Great to see you, Heather. I haven't seen you in a while. It's really great to see you. So who is the most relentless person you know? I want you to think for just a second. Take a pause. Who is the most relentless person you know? Because for me, I have traveled around the world. I've shaken hands with lots of people. I've met billionaires and millionaires and successful humans from all over the world. I've spoke on stages. I've done incredible things. And I will say, hands down, without a doubt, the most relentless person I know. Any guesses? Go ahead. I'm going to give you guys just a few seconds. Who do you think the most relentless person Glenn Lundy knows is? For those of you that know me, you know I know a lot of people. I've been around a lot of people. I've toured a lot of people. Who is the most relentless person you know, and who do you think the most relentless person I know is? I'm going to tell you. The most relentless person I know, I hope I see some guesses. I see Leslie, I see God, I see, some people think it's me, Scott Flansburgh with the human calculator. He says Grant. Sean Weatherby says Grant Cardone. My wife, Leslie. Scott Simon says Grant Cardone. Luis Grafton Doney says Tanel Delgado. Sol Celcido says me. Your wife or Grant? Okay, you ready? The most relentless person I know, hands down, without a doubt, is Willow Marie Lundy. No doubt. Hands down. Like, bar none. She is the most relentless person I know. She is absolutely every single day. Relentless. There is no lack of energy. There is no lack of pace. Her strength never abates. Her, by definition, right? There's no abatement of severity. She wants it. She's going after it, period. If she's got questions, she's asking them. If she, period, Willow Marie, hands down, out of everyone I met, most relentless human being on the planet. Now, for you, who is it? Who's the most relentless person? Is it the loudest person in the room? Or is it the person in the room that you can absolutely, so predictable, like the one who shows up every day? Is it the person who constantly posts their stuff on social media? Or is it the one who doesn't post about it? The one who doesn't complain? The one who just simply shows up and does the work? You see, some of the most relentless people on this planet will never read Tim Grover's book. That's a fact. Some of the most relentless people on this planet, which my wife is a close second, some of the most relentless people on this planet are the mothers. Some of the most relentless people on this planet are caregivers. Some of the most relentless people on this planet are nurses. Some of the most relentless people on this planet are farmers. Some of the most relentless people on this planet are teachers. Some of the most relentless people on this planet are the quiet leaders inside organizations around this planet. You see, being relentless isn't this rah, beat your chest type of thing. Being relentless is a disciplined devotion. And devotion isn't a masculine energy or a feminine energy. It's neither. You see, relentless can be as simple as packing lunches every single day at 5:30 a.m. to get your kids off to school before you go off and work your 9 to 5. Relentless can be homeschooling 8 of your children age 16 and under, teaching every single one of them how to read, teaching every single one of them about a guy named Jesus. You see, relentless can be working a full 16-hour shift and then still being emotionally present at home. Relentless can be training for something that nobody even knows or can see yet. Relentless can mean building a business while also traveling around the world and juggling relationships with your children. That's relentless. Relentless isn't about being loud. Relentless is about being loyal to that which you're called to be, that which you're called to do. You see, in Relentless, Tim Grover, in the book Relentless, Tim Grover talks about coolers, closers, and cleaners. And everyone wants to be a cleaner, but here's what most people miss as far as that goes. Cleaners don't get hyped up. I was just listening to this chapter yesterday. Tim Grover was talking about how the cleaners never get really hyped up. Cleaners don't need motivation. Cleaners don't need applause. Cleaners don't need recognition. What makes the cleaners is that they simply have their rituals, right? Michael Jordan did not dominate because he was angry. He dominated because he was prepared. Kobe Bryant didn't become Kobe Bryant because he screamed at everybody. He became Kobe Bryant because he practiced when everyone else rested. Kobe Bryant was so amazing on the court because he was amazing off the court. I did an interview with a guy named Ed Mylett a few years back. For those of you that have been watching the show for a long time, you might remember it. And this was just after Kobe Bryant passed away. And out of all of the accolades, out of all of the things people could say about Kobe Bryant, listen to what Ed Mylett had to say about Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, I got to know Kobe the last couple of years. Not best friends, but our daughters play volleyball together. Okay. I was with Kobe 6 days before he was killed for 12 hours. We sat next to each other watching our daughters play volleyball. And it's amazing how things happen in your life. I've been around him a lot. We've talked a lot. I didn't know Kobe when he played. I've known Kobe post his career.
Sure.
And I know that when he played, he had issues and all this stuff. But I'm telling you, he grew into an incredibly good father, like exceptional. And we're one of the only two dads who stayed all 12 hours that day. It's funny. And at the end of the day, Glenn, at the end of the term, it was 10 p.m. at night. We got there at 10 a.m. And for some reason, I was at the end of the court with my daughter, and I watched Kobe at the other end of the court, man. He had his little baby in his left arm.
Right.
And he was rubbing his daughter's back with his right arm.
Right.
And I watched it, and I went, do I hug Bella enough? I tell my daughter I love her all the time, but he's so physically affectionate with his daughters. And I'm like, I need to touch and hug her more. Like I did when she was 7 and 8. I don't hug her enough, right? And I learned this lesson watching Kobe Bryant. I didn't learn anything about shooting a jump shot.
Right.
I'm a 5'10" and a half white dude with a probably 9-inch vertical, right? Like I'm not playing basketball, right?
Right.
But I learned about being a father from him. Let me tell you something that's profound, man. For some reason that day, I swear to you, man, on anything, I watched Kobe walk out of the gym that day with his arm around his girl. I literally, I had black sweats on, Adidas black sweats, black sweatshirt, Mamba gear, and I watched him walk out into the parking lot from his car. I stopped and watched him for some reason, and I just keep thinking to myself, what if someone whispered to him when he was walking out that door, you have 7 days left to live. When he got in his car, you have 7 more days. That next Monday morning when he woke up, 6 days left. That Friday, 2 days left. Right? Time is precious, man. And I'm grateful that I have the time here. I'm grateful I'm breathing today.
Yeah.
You can really find things to be grateful about when you stop being so self-centered and so focused on you. You get out of your ego, you'll find all kinds of things. I'm grateful. Man, I get to hug my daughter.
Right.
I get to hug. Kobe doesn't get to hug. That little 7-month-old that was in his arms, I believe she's 7 months. He has no more time with her.
Right.
But whatever your conditions are, you may not be a global icon, one of the 3 best basketball players probably of all time. You get to hug your kids today.
Wow.
You know, you got another shot. You got another opportunity in your life to do something great. Man, you ought to be grateful for that. I don't care how broke you are, what's not in your bank account, what you haven't achieved, whatever you're ashamed of, whatever mistakes you've made, whatever your transgressions and sins are. I have a bundle of them.
Sure.
I'm grateful that I'm saved by Jesus Christ, number one. And number two, I got another day here to do something great with my life.
Right.
And so do you.
So listen, man. Relentless is ritual. Being relentless is boring. Like, you want to know what real relentless looks like? Relentless is waking up when the alarm goes off and not negotiating with yourself. That's being relentless. You guys hear me talk about it all the time. The morning 5. No snooze, no phone. Write down your gratitude. Write down your goals. Take care of yourself physically. Send out an empowering message. That's being relentless. It's not sexy. It's not viral, but it's powerful. Which, by the way, the Morning 5 app is now available in the Apple Store as well as the Google Store. You can download the Morning 5 app. You can track your morning routines. You can track your rituals. You can connect with other people that are doing the Morning 5 as well. So just go ahead and download that wherever you download your apps. Now, let's talk about the danger of being relentless, because there is one. Sometimes if you pursue relentlessness the wrong way, you become hard, you become cold, you start chasing achievement at the expense of connection, and that is not the kind of relentless we're building around here. Not on hashtag rise and grind. No. Because, see, being relentless without heart becomes ego, whereas relentless with heart becomes legacy. You see, the difference comes down to why you're doing it. Are you trying to prove something to someone else, or are you trying to build something that's going to outlast you? Because those two things are not the same. So let me finish with something very tactical for you today. There are 3 markers of quiet relentlessness. 3 signs that you are becoming quietly relentless. The first is you negotiate with yourself less. You make decisions once, you execute on them, and you move. The second is that you recover faster. You had a bad day? Fine. You don't spiral, you adjust. And the third is you stop announcing your grind. You don't need validation. You don't need permission. You don't need applause. You just simply show up. Listen, when I was homeless, there was no audience, there was no camera, there was no 5:30 a.m. show. There was just simply me making a decision, a very quiet decision in the middle of the night after attempting to take my own life. I will not stay here anymore. It wasn't loud. It wasn't inspirational. Nobody else was watching. Nobody else was there. Nobody was cheering for me. None of that. It was simply internal. Relentlessness begins internally. Before you have a brand, hi, Sarah Hoagie. Before you have a brand, before you have followers, before the applause, relentlessness starts when you decide, I will become the type of person that does not quit on myself or others. So that's all I want you to think about today. Where in your life are you maybe loud but inconsistent? Because that's ego. Where in your life could you maybe be quieter but ultimately more committed? Because the loud ones will burn out. The steady ones, on the other hand, will build empires. Being relentless is not about overpowering other people. It's about mastering yourself. It's not about domination. It's about a devotion. It's not about being intense. It's about being intentional. So listen, if you're watching this right now, you've got 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 mind, 1 heart. We talked about that all last week. But the difference between those that rise to those levels of unlocking their full potential, those that rise to the levels of success that I know many of us reach for, and those who achieve, the difference between those that do and those that don't is simply those that repeat. It's not about talent. It's about disciplined devotion. Relentlessness is not about being loud. It's about being loyal. So listen, we're going to continue to go into this week. We're going to continue to talk about relentlessness this week. But I wanted to kick it off today, making sure that everyone understands that it's not, Tim Grover presents it one way, but there's an underlying message in this book that I wanted to make sure nobody misses. This is not about masculine energy, feminine energy. It's not about anything like that. This is simply about you becoming the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Because listen, you and I are children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God made you and I to be the best versions of ourselves. Not average versions, not a little bit above average, not a little bit below, but the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. And it requires a relentless pursuit, never abating in severity, never abating in intensity, never abating in strength or pace. It is a relentless pursuit of that which you were called to become. Listen, my name is Glenn. I'm your friend, and I absolutely stinking love you. I do. If nobody's told you yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. So I'm cheering for you. I believe in you. Be relentless. Let's get after it. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again on #RiseandGrind. Peace. You're so very welcome. Sublime Business. Not exactly sure who's behind that, but you're welcome.